person kind of realizes I've got a problem with sales, whether sales have changed, because I've come across some clients as well that like they had a system for having their sales come in, and it's like using Google and stuff like that, and everything was hunky dory, and it just changed overnight.
Right.
And then they're finding leads get different and everything. Like,
Right.
because I think you can't get complacent, because sometimes people think I get a skill set, and it's like you mentioned the guy coming back, because you're constantly improving as well. You're watching everything because you have to be on top of your game. But a lot of times people think they've got a skill set and then that's it. But life just changes. There's so many different things. Like I just saw, even now, the other day, that Rumble, they're going to have online paid ads that for the live ones. I mean, that's a game changer.
Yeah.
But you have to stay on top and kind of understand these things. But for those that are kind of think, I have my skill set, I can do it, what would you say to them?
Well, the thing I express with people, these are all tools. These are all tools. When I started in the sales game, all I had was a notebook, which now I have an electronic notebook, right? It's
Remarkable, yeah.
Remarkable. You've seen this?
I've seen it, and I was thinking again, and the reason that I want to just touch on that is, sorry, but I love writing because I think the brain thinks differently rather than typing, and that's why when I saw that, I go, oh, I like that.
So my client got this for me years ago. I can write down my date book. Everything is in this one thin thing. It translates to my phone. This is a tool. This right here, this little thing that people use all day. This is a tool. These are tools. Sales has been around before the Romans, but we've been inundated with so many tools. We can't focus, right? Things are changing so fast. AI just kicked in last year, right? So all of these things, as an entrepreneur, you're getting inundated with all these different things. So the main thing when you sell, or you sell for your company, or you own a company, is the first thing I ask them, what is your sales process? They can't answer it, but I'm pretty sure they're marketing. They got Facebook ads, they got LinkedIn, they got all the stuff that they're doing to try to bring in. What people are doing, they're lazy nowadays. They see all these millionaires, they think it's easy. They want low-hanging fruit. I'm going to pay you $5,000 to put ads out so I can get people to come in and just buy my freaking product without me having a sales process. Who wouldn't like that? They're millionaires. We did an email campaign. They probably did pick up the phone. They made all these monies on these courses. That was 2-3 years ago, right? All of these are tools. Can you pick this up, call somebody, go through a presentation, and close them? That's the way it was. Cell phones, remember before cell phones, there was door-to-door people. Then there was TV. Then there was telephones. Then there was fax machines. Remember fax machines? Oh, my goodness, I could send you over a document? Wow. And you could look at it. I could just put it through the phone, and you could print out and look at it. That's how my first sales job was. Hold on one second. I'll call you back. I'm going to fax you. I would fax you the sheet of information. I would call you back, go through the sheet, and close you. When we got computers, we were pissed. We didn't want it, Roy. We're getting computers with database. I don't want that. It slowed me down because we're doing 125, 100. I got to enter in data now? No time for that. We were on the phone. Boom, boom, boom. Headsets, notebook. Headsets, notebook. I would go through my notebook like a database. Like, oh, I got to call this guy back. Make this money. God, it was my notebook was my database. And we got computers. I was like, it's going to slow everything down. We hated it. Now people can't live without it. I walk into a business, I think 5 years ago. I say, I take away your cell phone and your laptop. How can you operate? The look on his face like, well, what are you talking about? How would you run your business? Because it's been done before that. You're running a lawn care service. How would you run your business? You would have to sell.
That was something
right?
I did when I was 14. I'd go around door to door when I saw grass was high.
When you cut somebody grass, instead of you jumping in your truck and leaving, you would actually go to the next door and knock on the door before you leave. You would do that on a regular basis. You make sure all your guys would do that. You don't do that because you're lazy. You're relying on the email campaign. You're on LinkedIn. You're sending out business cards. You're sending out emails. Yeah, and things change. The reason we're having this conversation, things change. You're going into a panic. You need to sell more, right? You don't know how to close. Stuff just been coming to you. Low-hanging fruit, right? When that low-hanging fruit hangs up, my phone rings. Hey, we've been thinking about this. I'm like, you're making too much money, trying to figure out how to make more money, or you're losing money. It's when my phone rings. Nobody calls me when everything's good. You're making $100,000 a month. Oh, we don't need no sales. We're good. We're perfect. Go from 100 to 10. All of a sudden, what's going on? Looking around with sales, why we're not close.